I'm trying to go live now. See if it works. Hi, Angela. I think we're live. I don't think anyone knows we're here. I don't know what happened.
Technical difficulties.
Well, I set up the live.
Is your volume good?
And then it showed, it appears to be.
Great.
What a horrible. Okay, well, hopefully some people will figure out where we are or they'll get notified or something.
Is there any way to tell them over on the other chat? Because they might.
Oh, Kylie DiCaprio's here.
Oh, sweet.
Lacey's here. Yep, okay.
So how'd you guys find us? Was it difficult to find us? Did you get a notification? Like, what happened?
I don't.
I think it might be worth mentioning in the other chat if you can get there. I don't know.
There is so much going on with, like, I guess they're updating my, YouTube is updating this whole backend thing.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
It's screwy?
Yeah. Anyway, apologize for all the, Stacy said no notification was hard to find. Yeah.
Well, so what is the other, you said that you commented in the other thread that you were going to be late.
No, it was, I started a live and I scheduled it.
Right.
But it showed up as an episode.
Okay. But you commented in that other thread that you were going to be late. Can you go back there and comment again that we're over here?
No, it doesn't exist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird. It's like Next Stop Willoughby. You know that old Twilight Zone episode? Where the guy takes a train to and from work every day?
Yeah.
And he falls asleep and he wakes up and the stop is this town, Willoughby. This like idyllic town. He looks out the train car windows and he's like, man, it's like, this place is perfect. It's like the weather is always beautiful. People are greeting each other off the train at like the happiest families. And then one day he decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get off at this station and just see what Willoughby's all about. And, not to spoil it, but his family finds out that he died on the train that day.
You just spoiled it. Was this this is OG one?
Yeah.
I saw them all.
It's my favorite one.
You remember it quite vividly.
Yeah. It was really great. Because the train conductor is like, next stop Willoughby, and I was like one of those old timey voices that's so charming from the media back then. Anyway, so you put on a live tonight and it was an episode and people were in the chat, but you're saying now it doesn't exist?
I can't even tell you how
Willoughby?
many things have epically fucked up in this week. Just this week alone. All this week. I don't even know how we got 5 lives done. It was just, it's been a rough week.
Yeah, this week was bonkers.
I've just been
today too. That's why we're late. It's just
just batted around and just I feel a little battered. Like normally I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Fridays, but I'm glad it's Friday.
But now you're ready for the weekend, right? What's that song?
Austin's here, Lacey's here, Stacy's here, Kylie DiCaprio's here.
It's good to see everybody.
It's lovely to see
TGIF, y'all.
I'm sure the others will hopefully figure out where we are if they're coming tonight. Oh my God. Liam Neeson's in trouble. Did you see all the shit?
Yes.
Did you hear any of it?
Yes.
You did?
Do you know what's up?
Well, I know that he apparently narrated some kind of anti-vax documentary.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know. I know that he's trying, and I also know that he's trying to play like dumb, like, hey, I had no idea. I'm not anti-vax. But apparently the text that he read is anti-vax. So it's not like, like, do you ever see Caligula? The movie Caligula?
No, that has a lot of sex in it, right?
Well, it's basically a porn. But It has like Peter O'Toole and Malcolm McDowell and all these like amazing like.
We used to keep that one in stock at the erotic boutique that I worked at.
It's a great movie.
We had a little video section, and Caligula was always there. I was like, keeping it real.
It's an absolutely crazy movie. It's a crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it was made by the guy who, he was the executive editor, the guy who started Penthouse. He made this movie and he brought all these major talents like to tell the true Caligula story. Brought in like Peter O'Toole, like I said, and Malcolm McDowell. And then he shot porn.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't know that it was going to be like that. The cutaways were going to be this porn.
The studio?
No, the Malcolm McDowell and Peter
really?
O'Toole. Yeah.
So when the movie came out, what happened?
They were just like, oh my God, I'm in a porno. Like it was just absolutely bizarre.
Well, it's really amazing because, we've been following the Blake Lively case and there's like so many contracts that expressly describe what she's approving of.
Yeah, this might be one of the reasons why, because right. Caligula was a major
right, because it was the Wild West before that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's very bold. I like stories about bold filmmakers, but tricking people into appearing in a porn movie is probably not not admirable.
It's a crazy movie too. Absolutely fucking crazy. Feldbauming has arrived.
Okay, let's see from the chat. So we don't really have any ideas today because Dale and I have been like raked over the coals this week. But you guys have some great.
Yeah, it's a free for all, you guys. We're ready to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
I would love
to maybe give you a little break on the reading and just get you more commentating.
I don't need a break on the reading. Like if somebody has an idea of what they want me to read, I'll do it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm happy to.
All right. Feldbauming says we got to talk about Kirstie Flaw. I saw this. She's demanding an apology. I didn't even bring it up, honestly.
Okay, let me read this. So Feldbauming said, we need to talk about that silly/horrible Flaw woman. She is doing the rounds demanding an apology from Blake Lively for dragging her into the Baldoni lawsuit.
Mm-hmm. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean...
She makes a fucking living off of it.
This is the thing is like...
I'm going to go to her stupid ass page right now and just count some videos.
Well, be careful because the algorithm might be like, oh, you're interested in this content? Let me just funnel you all this other horrible content while we're at it.
New
the thing
incognito.
About it's kind of a clever move because, like, as a troll, like it's a clever troll move that Kirstie Flaw does, because Blake Lively doesn't have to do anything for her to capitalize on this. For Kirstie Flaw to capitalize on her like not giving an apology, and then obviously if Blake Lively did say anything, engage whatsoever, then she'll be able to capitalize on that. So it's kind of a checkmate. A checkmate that doesn't mean anything because obviously Blake Lively is going to give it no oxygen whatsoever, and then she'll have to move on eventually,
Okay, last 4 videos, Blake Lively. Then the 4 videos before that, Blake Lively. The 4 videos before that, all of them, Blake Lively. The 4 videos before that, I do see Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. Blake Lively.
Okay, well, this is interesting. So she should be careful what she wishes for, because if she wants to get dragged into a lawsuit that she belongs in, then, Blake Lively could probably just sue her for defaming her. I mean, nothing that she's covering is truthful.
It's all Blake. I mean, there's somebody turned 100. So there was one for somebody who turned 100. Blake Lively, she's saying that she got dragged into a lawsuit. I mean,
Do you know what this is in reference to? Because I can tell you.
Yeah, please do. Tell us all.
So in the motion for summary judgment, in Blake Lively's response, okay?
Yeah.
What they do is they have this enormous document. It's like 250 pages, but it's like line by line, every claim that they make in the motion for summary judgment, where they make a statement and Blake Lively's team is replying to each and every one, the entire document. And they're saying whether it's undisputed, which means that they do agree on whatever that claim was, whatever that statement was, or it is disputed in part, which means usually what it's been meaning in the document is that they're like, I don't dispute what was said, but I dispute the context you're framing it in. So it's like a okay, but kind of response. And then there's several that are just disputed completely. Okay, are you with me?
I'm listening every word.
Okay. And so what happened was that Baldoni's team said that Kirstie Flaw was not involved whatsoever. And Blake Lively's team has said that is undisputed because they can't prove the connection. I mean, it's probably in those fucking destroyed signal chats. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? But they haven't been able to obtain the discovery to prove that Kirstie Flaw was in communication with...
It's upsetting me deeply every time just because we know.
Yeah, but that's just one thing that of a mountain of things that Blake Lively has successfully supported with her evidence, that's one thing that she cannot support. And so Kirstie Flaw is calling it a win and saying that now, since she's been innocent this whole time, which none of us believe, she wants an apology for having been dragged into this mess. I mean, like, you really inserted yourself into this. Like you and I would never say that anybody dragged us in to this controversy because we just like jumped in. Like, this is obviously
we quite, you know.
So it's just really remarkable that she says that she was dragged anywhere. Like, she's had a monetized channel where she's like putting out. How often does she drop a video that's against Blake Lively? Are you still on her page?
It's her entire channel.
Yeah, she's made it her full-time job. That's hardly getting dragged anywhere.
I'm into 8 months. And I mean, but it's like her job, you know, like this is all. And listen, I'm not being critical because we talk about Blake Lively all the time too. But she's saying that she got pulled into a lawsuit. She's saying she got dragged into something. All she does is make money on it.
I don't think she was even
hundreds
subpoenaed.
and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions.
What is she complaining about actually happened though? Because I don't think she even got subpoenaed. Doesn't she live in Europe?
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't think she even received a subpoena.
Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of views.
But I don't know what she's claiming she got dragged into.
I'm saying millions and millions and millions of views because I want them.
You really want?
Oh, watch this. Here we go. Watch this. This is interesting. A year ago, look at this. Look at this. Let me see here. How I deal with challenging interviews. This interview turned so cringe, and it's not Blake Lively, it's some other one. Listen to this. 52,000, 31,000, which still, you know, but still 26,000. They ruined everything. They're talking about like, she's talking about everything that's not Blake Lively. All that shit is like 50,000, 14,000, 26,000. Blake Lively, 400,000, 300,000, 150,000, 120,000.
These are views?
Yeah.
And so what the fuck is she complaining for?
She gets a couple of hits. Like she's got this one that's 400,000. It's like, it's so weird. She's making her living talking about her interviews. I guess because she doesn't do it anymore. So she's like, her whole life now is to talk about her old interviews, as if that gives her some kind of in-depth insight into a human being. Like she interviewed them once and she's going to be, or twice, or whatever the number is. It's like fucking Andy Signor on the phone talking about how he worked with Ryan Reynolds for 3 days. And you know what he did for 3 days with Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds was over there and he glanced at him a couple of times. You know what I mean? Like they weren't sitting there fucking going, "All right, what do you think, Andy?" Well, let me just tell you what I think there are.
So glad you're here, so I can bounce these ideas off of you, Andy.
Calls him Rolls Royce. Let me tell you what's up, Rolls Royce. All right.
Is that what you think he should be called?
Rolls Royce.
That's his code name because we're going by
Ryan Reynolds is Rolls Royce.
What's Blake Lively?
Shannon is here. Say what? Blake Lively?
Mm-hmm.
Blake Lively is, I don't know yet. Bling.
Big Love? Big Love in Rolls Royce?
Big Love in Rolls Royce.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny. So where were we? Yeah, Kirstie Flaw. She is, I just can't stand her. I just can't. I keep thinking about the way I like, maybe I'm too outspoken on this, you know? I'm like, we're doing these lives and, what if I'm just too outspoken? Like, what if people are going to be like, man, this motherfucker, he just says things. He's like, no one's going to ever talk to him because he just says things. But I can't help it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're worried about being too outspoken about something.
Well, you're wrong.
That doesn't seem like your character whatsoever.
I am. No, I think about it a lot.
If you're like, oh, maybe I should not be outspoken, I'd be like, who are you? What have you done with my husband?
It's not, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about me like talking. What I'm talking about is me saying shit like, her, like Kirstie Flaw, like whatever. She's like whatever. I don't even think about her ever. She's nothing to me. But
it's like
I say a lot of shit about Hollywood.
Sometimes you can see somebody and their grift is so obvious. Like it's such obvious that like what scam they're pulling that you're like, hey, I gotta hand it to you for your like clarity. But at the same time, I think you're like a bottom dweller because of the fucking the business you run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to hand it to her for her work ethic doing the worst thing ever.
Yeah. You do. You definitely do. She's committed. She wants it all. She definitely wants. I mean, she's popular. I mean, I'm sitting here talking shit. I mean, she's pulling down. She's making a living. Like she's making a living doing this shit. It drives me crazy that there are so many people on this platform whose living is being made by disparaging this woman. Like it's crazy to me that. I mean, as I glance at it, it's like millions of views that this woman is making money off of.
Mm-hmm.
And her entire like scope and focus is on the smearing of Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Taylor Swift, and anyone who comes into proximity. Maybe it's, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, some people don't have like the moral clarity to like, try and be nice to people that don't deserve to be, bullied.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, well, I saw an opportunity to make a lot of money being a bully, and so I took it.
She sells merch, demeaning. Somebody said, Kiki said she sells. Hi, Kiki. She says that she sells. Let's see what this is.
She has merch, yeah. They're all really ugly. I saw one of her shows.
Where do you see that?
I saw one of her shows once because she was talking about a topic that I wanted to hear her take on it for this live. And I couldn't believe how dull it was. I mean, I guess it's really difficult to just be like a single person talking to a camera and try to have some energy, I wouldn't be able to do this if you weren't here, Dale. And I think that shows when you leave the room.
I'm your rock.
Yeah, you're more like my sounding
I would
board,
do it without you. It would just be shitty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not about you, but about Kirsty Flaw. So I'm just really surprised that she gets that many views. I wonder how much it's boosted when they like pull down the tents of this circus and they move on to the next town or whatever. When all this bullshit is over, when Baldoni lost his case and like the circus has to move on. I wonder what her view count's going to be.
I mean, she does get a lot of views for other content. As I see her, like she has like when I went to her homepage, she has like whatever. There's like a Jamie Dornan doesn't blame his wife for not. That's got 2.7 million views. A lot of her like major views were like from a decade ago, though. I don't know. I just wish that people didn't get to make a living off of telling lies and bashing people. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make a living that way, and I don't think that we would be if we were in this situation and actually, making a bunch of money. And obviously, we get really kind super chats, but I'm talking like as a monthly check. You know what I mean?
I think it's like it's just hard to be a grifter. It's like harder to keep up a facade. I think what you plan to do with this is just so much easier because we're just like being ourselves and telling the truth and sharing our genuine opinions. But like, if I had to try and like pretend to be, to like try to take down somebody in the press or something, fuck, dude, I'd be so bad at it.
She calls herself a Hollywood insider. She says more, your Hollywood insider. She also says that her show is called Flossom Talk.
Yeah, that's pretty clever. You got to hand it to her.
Flossom Talk. Mm-hmm. With Kirsty Flaw.
I don't know about talk, but Flossom is a pretty clever way to turn that. What do you think, Dale Wheatley?
Well, the problem is that she doesn't live up to it. When you watch her videos, they're not Flossom.
No, they're not.
They're flawed. They're flawed.
I see what you did there. All right, let's move on.
And she says honest opinions only. So.
Yeah, well, that's how you try and get out of the defamation.
She has 260,000 subscribers, claims. And I think I want that.
Manifest it.
But then we would have to make everybody here. We have to identify everybody here if that happened.
Yeah,
because I don't think I would want to do the show without them.
No, me neither.
Without Shannon and Austin and Kindly and, what's his face? What's his name? Cosmic. When he comes around, he was really, really.
What's his face? We don't know. He won't identify himself.
He was like, I don't know. He kind of like, yesterday he was kind of, I don't know if he liked me yesterday. Wishless Ant Farm 101. Andy files an appeal, but didn't file a motion to stay. ChatGPT says this is because he knows he will lose and he's just appealing for optics. He's going to lose. Of course he's going to lose.
Why is he wasting the money? I don't understand this.
For optics? He has to. He's going to go to the Supreme Court, Angela. He's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court.
That's true. I forgot.
He's going to lose this appeal and then he's going to go to a district court. He's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. He's going to have lunch with President Trump.
Yeah. That's right.
Andy Signor they're going to build buildings and they're going to name them the Signor building and it's going to be filled with journalists.
He's the revolutionary of our times.
Protected journalists.
The revolutionary that we didn't know that we needed.
He's a bowling pin.
He'll save us all.
He's a fucking bowling pin. That's what he is. If I was going to make a metaphor of Andy Signor in the significance of life, I would call him a bowling pin. He's entertaining when he falls down.
Well, the thing about bowling pins?
Yeah.
They always end up back upright.
Only when they're put there. And the objective is to knock them back down again.
Sometimes I just feel like a bowling pin, I get knocked down and I get up again.
I get knocked down and people cheer, which is like really fucked up.
They like high five and shit.
They're like, yeah, dude, nice one.
Really hurts my feelings.
Life is a bowling pin.
Okay. Kindly DiCaprio said that Kate Winslet has made her first movie.
And that's a long time coming.
And she did an interview about it. And of course, she talked about her fave, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Of course. Well, he's got a movie out, so she gets to help promote that.
Yeah.
Because she will betray. I know you love her. And I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying that when Leonardo DiCaprio was up for an Oscar with The Revenant, she was in a movie. And instead of promoting her own fucking movie and her own co-star,
who was up for an Oscar against Leonardo DiCaprio.
Who was up for an Oscar against Leonardo DiCaprio.
The studio must have been like, you're doing what?
It was, to me, an epic betrayal.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like.
I can't believe it.
It's like if you're.
It was Michael Fassbender, right?
I think it was, right. If you're looking at like.
Unbelievable.
Like, imagine an athlete who gets traded to another team.
Right. And
then tries to help his former team win.
Right. Makes no sense whatsoever. Well, she's at it again. I don't think that they're I don't think that it's not the same situation, obviously, because
anyway, she called him according to Kindly DiCaprio, she called Kate Winslet called Leo one of the funniest person she knows or whatever. I say this in my book. Mm-hmm. He truly is one of the funniest people I've ever.
Yeah, she said that she's glad that he finally is in a movie that gets to showcase that. And
well, Don Splum's pretty fucking funny. I'm just saying.
Yes.
The funny thing about Don Splum was that, like, when Don Splum was coming out, everyone in Hollywood that was seeing the movie back in 95 or back in 96, everyone was like, I had no fucking idea this dude could make you laugh. Are you with me?
Yes.
Are you looking at the angels?
What is that? Is that a stink bug?
I believe that is a stink bug.
Guys, it's stink bug season in the South.
Yeah.
These they fly
fucking
so stupid.
Dopey ass bugs.
Yeah.
They're just stupid.
I don't know how they've survived.
You know what's funny about
them? They creep in around your doors and windows. Somehow they always end up inside, just when it's cold out. And then they'll like randomly fly. They like creep around super slow. So you'll see them like around your houseplants and you're like, get away from there. Because that's apparently how they
look like little dinosaurs.
They're like little like plant suckers.
And then they fucking fly around like dopes, hitting everything and banging into things. And then inevitably, you'll like walk out of the kitchen or whatever, and they'll be on their fucking back with their legs kicking. There was this one, like all of them. Now I was on the, oh yeah, fuck yeah, fucked up, didn't you? There's this one guy, man. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna flip you back over, bro. I flip him over, and he's like, back on his back.
There's the first 2 years that we lived here. I kept capturing them and putting them outside. Like, get out of my house, you fucking bug. Get out of here. And then I just stopped caring. Now we've got stink bugs in our house. That sometimes the dogs will chase them.
Yeah.
And then they learn real fast why they're called stink bugs. That's always kind of entertaining.
Well, God bless Kiersey Flaw.
Yeah, well.
She actually has a short video I saw just now on her channel on how to pronounce her name. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
Now that I'm famous.
I think we should do the same. I think we should have a how to pronounce our names.
I actually...
Angela.
Can I divulge to you?
Angela.
Without saying my last name, because I don't think that that's something that the internet should know about me. I have a very ethnic last name, and I do not know how to pronounce it. There have been people all through, like, coming...
You don't?
I don't. When I go to Brazil... and I hear my last name
Hanada will tell you how to pronounce it.
Yeah, well, many people have, and I cannot do it with my American
Does
tongue.
Hanada know you're from Brazil?
We've talked about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not from Brazil.
Well, I'm sorry.
My dad is Brazilian.
Yeah, your dad is Brazilian. He lives
that whole side of the family.
He lives in Rio
Brazil.
right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy because it's summer. He's very happy with that.
He sent me a picture. He's all sun-kissed.
Yeah,
he's been at the beach.
Oh yeah,
retired guy
sucking on umbrella drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking drunk by noon. I'm gonna have a nap.
Anyway, it wouldn't work if I tried to teach people to pronounce my name because I can't even do it.
Hanada wants you to say something in Portuguese. She did. She said, say something in Portuguese, Angela.
Too bad.
Come on.
No, I'm on the spot. I can't do it.
Come on. Can you sing the national anthem?
No, although that one's really, really fun. Have you ever heard it?
No.
It's like really like bouncy.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got like a staccato. It's really fun to sing.
I took Portuguese for a year, probably. I took, I did the Duolingo thing. I bought multiple courses. I fucking studied and studied and studied. I love Portuguese. And I have always, I've had this attraction ever since seeing City of God. Like that was like one of those films that I saw in my life where I was like, that's the kind of filmmaker I am. That's who I am. Like I saw it. I was like, that's me. That's me. Haha, look at that. Fucking
yeah, no, it's a really wonderful film aesthetic. From Brazil has like a unique, like there's a sense from those films.
So really I just fell in love with Brazil. Turns out that my astrocartography, which is really interesting because it's like astrology meets, it's
like what location in the world is going to bring out your best or your worst placements in your
chart.
Yeah.
And I sing in Brazil according to astrocartography. Mm-hmm. Like I'm twirling and making movies
and then where I my astrocartography for Rio and that area is horrible. I
mean, I don't know if it's horrible, but it's not great.
I went there. I lived there for a year when I went to high school.
Yeah.
I got pulled out of high school and I went to go live with my dad for a year.
Yeah.
And I was just grounded the whole time. And my astrocartography is like, yeah, you're going to feel really restrained, kind of imprisoned actually. It's like totally played out. But I'm glad that Kiersey Flaw is telling people how to pronounce her name because us Americans, we can't do that so easy.
I don't care anything about that woman or what she says. Her name will always be mispronounced by me if I am in fact mispronouncing it because I will never take the time to learn anything about her beyond that which I must or need to know whenever I want to know it.
You're not acting like a true hater. You're not thinking like a true hater because a true hater will learn everything about their op.
Yeah, she's in
so that they can hate most effectively.
She is trash to me. Mm-hmm. So like as far as hatred goes, like I don't got the time for that.
Like think of 50 Cent, right?
See, like
he's a true hater.
See,
he went and learned every motherfucking thing about Diddy.
Andy Signor, like I'm hurt by that one a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I endorsed him on his channel. Like I actually I don't know why I didn't look deeper or whatever, but I believed his story. I believed, yeah, okay, you fucked up because he admitted it. He was like, Johnny, like I did it. I fucked up. I definitely, but this intern man or whatever he called her, I don't know if she was an intern or whatever it was, but this, whatever person, I don't know what her position was, but it was something in the company that he was in.
We don't need to talk about it.
No, well, she apparently, he blamed it all on her, and that he had this affair with her and that she turned on him because she was like, whatever, trying to get money or some shit. Who the fuck knows? I can't remember what it was exactly. So don't mark my words on those things. But I believe that story he gave me to the extent that I was like, okay, you fucked up. You had an affair. That hurts. You need to rebuild. I get it. Why should you be counseled for that? And I endorsed him. So that guy, there's more attention there. But with Kiersey Flaw, to me, she's like, yeah, I mean, she's like something you discard.
Yeah, she's apparently really litigious too. So we might hear from her just because we're talking shit today.
Can't. She's been in the public eye. I can say that I can't stand her. I think she's utter trash. She's in the public eye. It doesn't matter what I say about her.
I think she just has
I'm not spreading any lies about her. I don't know anything about her except that I can't stand her. The thing I know most about her is my absolute loathing of her. That is what I know most about Kirsty Flaw, is how much I don't like her. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone's like, what do you know about Kirsty Flaw? I know I don't like her. Yeah, she's like under my skin, man. So yeah, Liam Neeson, we were going on to that, weren't we? Did we talk about that? Is that a wrap?
Yeah, that's a wrap. He's doing the voiceover for a anti-vax documentary. I mean, like, dude, enjoy your measles.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Enjoy your fucking.
He just had a nice little like Pam Anderson run there. Everyone was like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Lee? What do you call him? Do you call him Lee? Is that what you call him, Lee? What are you doing, Lee?"
He wants to know what it's like for children to die of preventable diseases, I guess. We've lived so long in a time period where we haven't really had to experience that. So some people are just curious now. They're like, those vaccines that let us actually watch our children grow.
You know what I haven't seen enough of? Polio. I've heard of polio, but I really want to get my eyes on some of it. You know what I mean?
You know who's funding the anti-vax documentary? The makers of those tiny coffins, Yeah. They're not moving enough of those. They're like, we really got to zhuzh up the business.
I just got bit by a rabid animal. Too bad.
Oh my God. Did you hear the story about a organ donation recipient?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I gasped.
I know.
I didn't read it, but I gasped. Can you imagine? You're like,
it was only,
hey, today's your lucky day. You get a new, I don't know what the organ was, but.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But it was from a recently deceased person who had rabies and it was undetected. And so it remained undetected in the organ. Because apparently rabies has a really long
shelf life. It's like Taco Bell of diseases.
What do you mean the Taco Bell of diseases?
The shelf life of Taco Bell, bro.
Oh yeah. So
you know why all these basketball players are putting Taco Bells in their houses?
Yeah.
Because they're like, how long does it last? 3 years.
So apparently, if you get bitten by a rabid animal, or you suspect you may have, you only have 48 to 72 hours to get a rabies vaccine. Okay, which Liam Neeson hates apparently.
Yeah,
he hates this.
Why would
but
you
then
give up?
if you put it off, or you don't know, or whatever, you're ignorant of the whole situation. Then like 3 weeks later, as soon as you start showing symptoms, you're like done for. There's no treatment whatsoever. People, they can only like help make you more comfortable.
Yeah, rabies is a wrap if you.
So it's possible that in the 3 weeks that it was incubating, it could be that the person died of it, but died
there's
rapidly.
So weird that there's two wild rabies stories, because there's that other story of the guy who gets the baby raccoon.
Well, I told you this one. I raced into the kitchen.
That was like a week ago.
You were making breakfast and I was like, oh my God, check this out. This is horrible. So I don't know if you guys are into if you're into true crime, a really untapped resource of true crime stories is the fish and game law enforcement people. And rescuers, because they always have really juicy stories about nature crimes,
poaching.
Yeah, they usually will catch people. They'll sneak up on them in the middle of the night.
I just made a bad joke in my head where somebody was like, "Is that you? You poaching?" And he turns around and he's like, "No, I'm frying these eggs, man. I'm frying these eggs."
Eggs. That's funny.
Go ahead.
No, it'll be like we found this person throwing corn in a field, and we gave them a fine, and they lost their hunter's license or something, whatever. But this one was a rehabber. Had received a call from a guy, a wildlife rehabber, who was like, I found this raccoon who was vocalizing in the road. Apparently had been hit by a car. It was disoriented and vocalizing, like a crying raccoon. Of course, you would feel so much compassion for this if you saw it too. So what he did was he wrapped it up in a towel or a jacket or something. And then he made a phone call and he drove it to the rehabber place. But in the time it took for him to wrap it up, get in the driver's seat, and drive to the location, the raccoon had managed to wriggle around and free its head and bit the guy. On his arm and his face.
Oh, got bit by. First of all.
So he showed up at the rehabber place, and rehabbers are all they're licensed. They have to be licensed in order to take a lot of wildlife rehabbers won't take rabies vector species. They'll send them to somebody who's got the specific license for that. They'll be like, yeah, I'll take your possum, but I can't take your raccoon or whatever,
Right. Give me all the possums.
Yeah.
And that documentary, that guy pulls the possum out. The possum's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I know, it was kind of like casual animal
I
cruelty. Anyway, so he shows up and the rehabbers are like, "Oh shit, dude, you got bit." Like, that's really fucked up. You have to go to a hospital immediately. And they could tell talking to him that he was not going to go, because we live in America where nobody can afford to do that.
Yeah. Sure.
He was like,
well,
whatever.
It's true, though.
It's a
like,
cut.
I'm sure
fine.
rabies fucking situation is probably buku bucks.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that he thought it was a rabies situation. I think he thought, this is a scratch. I'm going to see if it gets infected before I do anything about it.
Right, of course.
So apparently he left. What the rehabbers did was because the story that he told them that this animal was disoriented.
It's so surprising they didn't call 911. Well, they didn't know yet. That's true.
Right. So this animal, the report from the finder, right, the guy that found it, was that the raccoon was disoriented in the road. You know, usually they're really good at like staying out of sight.
Not being in the road.
And vocalizing. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to test this animal for rabies. And you can only test an animal for rabies by decapitating it, which is one of the reasons why there's a lot of anti-vaxxers in the dog world too.
No, they were fine actually.
There's anti-vaxxers now in the dog world where they refuse to get their dogs vaccinated from any vaccines, and they don't want to give their dogs a rabies vaccine. But if your dog happened to bite anybody,
which is illegal, I think, in most places.
It is illegal. That's true. And the reason why is because it's so severe. Mm-hmm. So if your
dog...
it
can also bite your fucking family.
If those people had a dog that bit somebody, and like any dog's capable of biting if they're put in a uncomfortable situation, right? So it's a very common thing. The only way for the authorities to test whether your dog has rabies is to decapitate them. So what they did with the raccoon is they tested it for rabies.
Are you going to put the head back?
They test their brain tissue is the only way to find out.
Crazy.
So they tested the raccoon, and it did have rabies, and now they don't know how to find the guy. Apparently, they put like an APB out for this dude who found the raccoon and dropped it off.
He had his time. Talk about a ticking clock, man.
Yes, I know. So the whole community.
That's like a good short film. I know. You want to make a really good short film? It's a guy who.
This is why I brought it to you.
It's like a fucking great short film. Like, he doesn't know, then he finds out, time's running out, will he live?
It's an incredible, like, this is why I follow these.
You end the film and he's like.
Exactly.
Just sitting there. And the doctor's like, you try to give him water. You know, like, water is horrible to them.
Yeah, they're hydrophobic.
See, there's a video of a guy with rabies and he drinks like it just
incredibly painful.
Yeah.
So they put an APB out for this guy. Like, everybody is trying to find this dude and like warn him, because they don't even know if it's like, you know, time's ticking. Like, within 72 hours, he can no longer get the treatment. So,
can you imagine? Oh my God.
I still don't know
if I got bit by a raccoon, first of all, I'm not going to pick up a disoriented vocalizing raccoon anytime, ever.
Yeah. You can. You just have
no.
have a...
Hey, I'm going to make you a deal right now. We don't touch... Well, I'll stand there and wait for the fucking city to come or whatever, authority. But we're not touching vocalizing wildlife that looks disoriented ever.
Yeah, it's sad.
Don't do it.
Yeah, you got to learn which ones are your rabies vector species. Like, if you're like, oh, I found a bat in the house. Like, if you were like asleep and the bat is in your house and you don't know whether you got bit, you got to go get a vaccine.
Well, first of all, a bat in your house is the first sign of rabies because
they're disoriented.
They're disoriented, yeah. And they end up in your house.
Scary.
So, in fact, like, it's one of this, like every time I've seen like, hey man, had a bat in my house, everyone's like, you just go get checked right now.
Yeah.
Like, because also bats can bite you and you don't even fucking know it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, eh. Back to the banana.
Scary, man. Scary out there.
Oh, Shannon, thank you so much. Angela, sucks not to have insurance. Unless you live in California. I broke both feet in LA without insurance. Got 2 different surgeries for free.
What?
By the way, they call me Shandicap when I was in a wheelchair.
Shandicap.
Shannon, thank you so much for your super chats.
That's amazing. I remember I lived in Los Angeles for 20 years, and I remember having really easy access to healthcare.
Really?
We, Dale and I.
Oh, you did. I remember when I forget what it was, but you were like, you had to go somewhere to a clinic or something. You had an issue. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it was Dale and I were.
I think it was from when we were rolling or something.
Yes, Dale and I used to train jiu-jitsu together, and there was a upper belt. I was only ever a white belt. Like, I quit before I progressed. But this guy was like a brown belt, which is like one tier down from like super pro athlete, you know?
Yep.
And for some reason, I don't understand why, but he posted up, you know, like it's like grappling. So you try and make space between yourself and the other person. And most of the time that happens by shoving the other person, right? So he did that with me, but I was on the ground and he decided to shove with both hands, like in CPR position on my chest. So he put both hands on my chest and he like pushed up and it popped my sternum. It was crazy. I was like, oh, fuck, that really hurt. And for the next like 2 weeks, I could hardly, like, I definitely couldn't cough, but I could hardly breathe deeply. And every time I stepped off a curb or something, it was like just the jolt of it up my spine was really, really like agonizing. So eventually I just went to one of these little low cost clinics and the guy like had to, he felt around and my fucking rib, 2 of my ribs in the front were detached from my sternum. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah.
And I was walking around like that for 2 weeks because I'm an idiot.
Well,
but anyway.
It's kind of how that goes with them.
He had me lay on my stomach and he did this like weird chiropractor thing where he sort of like twisted my shoulder and like pressed on my other shoulder and like popped them back into place.
Yeah.
And I was good as new after that.
Yeah. I knew a couple of people who had popped ribs.
But
hockey players.
It's just fucking crazy to do like grappling, jiu-jitsu, MMA, kickboxing, any of that stuff without insurance. Because you're going to get hurt eventually. I mean, nobody can do that without getting fucked up somehow. It's like, you know, combat. So that was my story.
Yeah. Well, Southern California, man. You know, I'll tell you, if there's a state in the nation that could pull off
universal healthcare.
Universal healthcare, is that because of the whole Kaiser Permanente thing? They've got more or less, they've got the infrastructure already in place.
But see, you don't understand. I think that the hospitals and the insurance companies, aren't they based in California?
That doesn't matter. If the government it doesn't matter where they're based. If the government decides that they're taking over healthcare, that's how it goes. It's like when they take your house when they're making a highway. It's like, cry me a river. Here's the money. Fuck off. They're going to pay them.
Yeah.
They're going to buy the hospitals. They're going to do all that. Obviously, they're not just going to, or maybe they just take it. Fucking make it taxation, whatever. Yeah, Cujo traumatized a generation. Exactly, Austin. That shit was crazy.
No, I know. They need to play that
again. That movie,
though.
Dude, the whole like biting into and barking into the window like that, like into the windshield. Oh, the windscreen, as they say.
I loved that movie. That was the first Stephen King book that I loved, and I've been a fan ever since.
I was thinking about Stephen King books that people don't often talk about that are really good.
I don't know that there is an underrated Stephen King book, is there?
Yeah, there are, for sure.
Like what?
Well, Dark Half. How many people have you heard talk about reading Dark Half?
I have not read Dark Half.
It's really fucking good.
Got me. You got me.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. Nobody in one bite.
Rarely do I ever see that book come up in a conversation. People don't really know a lot about needful things. I've never seen, like I've rarely seen it come up on Suggest Me a Book. And Stephen King's there all the time.
I think, what about Tommyknockers? Did you read that one?
I didn't, he co-wrote that. I heard it's not good.
Oh.
Do we have it? I'm not going to read it. Oh yeah, right. See, it's Stephen King and he co-wrote it though with, it says it's King, but he wrote it with somebody else. I know we did.
Would you co-write a book?
I don't know. It's such a close relationship thing. If you can come up with a idea of how to look, I got to write my first novel. Talk to me after my first novel.
I will. You can count on it.
Right now, I just got to write my first novel, and then we'll go from there. I certainly love collaborating, as you know. So it's entirely possible that I would write a novel with somebody. But the thing with me is that I have kind of like my own kind of voice now. Like you know what I mean? Like that sounds pretentious, and I hate to say it, but I know what I sound like now. Like I never really did before, and I kind of know how I want to grow as a writer. So I don't think I'd be ready for something like that for a good couple of books. So what I got to do is I got to get my laptop open and I got to start tappity tap tap tap.
Tippity tap taps.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you. So we watched the Taylor Swift interview.
On the Colbert Show?
Yeah, I guess we missed Delicate tonight. Is Delicate here?
Yes.
She is?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Delicate said, I'm at the doctor. I will catch up.
Oh, okay, great. Because I'm talking Taylor. And I'm all like...
That's the name of our new podcast, guys.
Talking Taylor?
It's a spin-off. It's a Taylor Talk.
Taylor Talk?
Tay Talk.
It's Tay Talk. I think she looks good. I think she looks really good. Okay. We watched the Colbert Report, which I'll tell you, man, that dress, that was difficult. I saw at least 2 times. I caught Colbert at least 2 times. You know, because how you not gonna?
No, yeah, that's that dress. It's built in, like eyes up here, pal. Eyes up here.
It's just like, it's impossible. She looks like she just came out of the shower.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I was like, she pulled it up. She pulled the, the whatever the chest piece up because it looks like armor almost, and she had to pull it up a couple times because I was like, that's gonna come off, dude. Like you because she's like a kind of awkward, quirky, wave your arms kind of person. When she talks.
Like a Muppet when they get all upset.
Yeah, she's like, don't you think? She's like, she emotes and she moves her arms. I think she does. From what I saw.
You definitely have to have discipline.
Tay, I mean, I know her pretty well.
You have to have discipline to wear a dress like that and not have it fall all the way off.
So we watched the interview. It was a long interview, at times very entertaining. She did this whole book thing that was just absolutely, the first time when they tried to reprise it, it didn't go over so well.
Oh, I thought it was
the reprisal was fine.
Done.
The reprisal was fine. But the first one was she just fucking nailed it.
No, they were a great comedic duo. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
So anyway, that was fun. But as she was going through it, she describes like through this process, she's kind of describing the kind of book she would read. And it happens to be the kind of book I would write.
Yeah, she was describing like Victorian house.
Ghosts, eternal love, mysterious deaths,
palace intrigue, relationships and betrayal. You have to watch the interview and see how she describes it. It was really clever.
Now, my situation is going to be very, it was
really
I'm
funny
not going to have like a vine-covered home in Maine.
Alice, Stephen Colbert. I don't know why I said Alice.
Alice, yeah, it sounds a lot like Stephen.
I know. I have no idea.
That's a stroke right there. That's like probably a little stroke.
It was nice knowing you.
Shit.
Anyway, so they were talking about her tour and her new documentary and stuff. And then as soon as they started talking about books, Dale and I both were like, excuse me? Like, because we're in the book business now.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, do tell, what kind of books does Taylor like?
Well, I got excited as soon as she started. Like, I was like, oh, let's hear it, And then when she got into the description, which is like, like the book I've been contemplating writing is a supernatural love story, basically. But it's very edgy. It's got a lot of cool elements to it. And I'm gonna do it.
You know what you should do is you should write a romance that involves
2 people.
For starters.
Maybe 3 people.
But I feel like a love triangle involving a cryptid would be fun. You know how everybody appreciates the Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Sure.
The movie?
Yeah.
With Gary Oldman?
Yes.
And Winona Ryder. There's that scene where he's basically a werewolf. And Winona Ryder catches werewolf Dracula doing the deed outside with her friend. And I think that nobody can deny that is extremely intriguing. So if you're gonna write like romance smut, I think that's like a not very well explored genre. Where it's not like
What was super exciting for me was Taylor Swift when she pitched Stephen Colbert.
We're not going to talk about this.
When she pitched Colbert, what got exciting for me was when she pitched Colbert, it turned on a light on exactly what I wanted to do with 2 of the characters, which is extremely funny because it's absolutely nothing she said relates to the light that got turned on.
No, I know, but this is the way a muse works.
Of course.
So she was your muse in that moment.
For a moment.
Where she just had to say something that opened your eyes about this thing that you'd been trying to figure out with your work.
Yeah, she was blasting through this thing, and I realized that there was one element that was kind of holding me back, kind of holding me down a little. And so...
Did you see Shannon Knows has a request?
Here's my contribution for your next book being Nosy Jones.
I know.
Well, I've been thinking a lot about Nosy Jones. So Nosy Jones has something going on.
Nosy Jones
You're
is
so stupid kind to us. I can't even believe
percolating.
it. Yes. Well, Nosy Jones is. I really believe that there was a little thing born that night.
Yeah, of course there was.
And you were so brilliant in it. But
yeah, you have to capitalize on it.
I will. I have to figure out. I that word I think is a bad word for me. Capitalize. I think,
exploit.
Yeah, I just have to exploit it. I think is probably a better word.
Because you're not thinking of capital.
Yeah, I think I recoil at that or something.
You need to carpe that diem is what I'm saying.
I got to carpe that diem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For sure. I used to have a carpe diem ring.
You did?
Yeah, in my 20s.
Did it help you carpe the diem?
I used to think it was made me really fucking cool. You know, I got some Latin on my fucking... What's that? Oh, it's a ring. It's a carpe diem. You know what that means? You do? Okay, yeah, me too. Yeah, I looked it up. Do you want to see the ring? It's got a bunch of symbols on it too. It's pretty cool. I can't tell you exactly what's going on here, but I'm going to seize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I looked it up.
I did. I had a carpe diem ring. I'm looking at it as if, is this where you put your wedding ring? No, it's this hand, isn't it? It's your left hand. It's been a long time.
I've been married twice and I've never worn one.
The first time I got married, I wore it for 13 years. And up until probably about 3 years ago, I was still getting phantom. You guys are too kind, man.
I know, it's really sweet.
Jeez.
No two trolls gave us $10.
She gave us a sticker.
That's a really cute little figure.
Thank you so much, No Two Trolls. So anyway,
did you pick out your own wedding ring?
So no, no.
You guys went shopping together, and you both picked.
No. I don't even know how did it go? How did it go? Yeah, we picked our wedding bands out together. That's right, we did. Yeah, I didn't give her an engagement ring. She was very upset about that.
She was?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. First of all, I was like, why do you want me to get you that? That's like worth thousands of dollars. You want to really spend money that way? Like, I was like, okay, what, really? I ended up getting her one because it was like, it became like a real pain in my ass.
No, in like thousands of dollars, you'd be like, I could buy a really sweet couch.
Yeah, car, whatever, like she had her eyes on some rocks, bro. I was like, whoa, damn. Like, I was like, oh, here, let's get you this one. It was like a couple of grand. She was like,
I'm sorry, but that's just dumb. Like, you'll never convince me that jewelry fucking matters.
I ended up like dropping like $7,000 on a ring.
I've just never cared about that shit.
I ended up dropping $7,000 on a ring, and she was still pretty ungrateful for it because her friends all had like $20,000. Like they had they're like, they were up living in like, Newark and like North Jersey, fucking big jobs at Discover and shit,
I think it's a relic from the past, from before women in America could have bank accounts. So you'd give them a big, expensive piece of jewelry so that they're always carrying some wealth on them.
I remember being,
you know what I mean?
I remember being in Vegas with some family members, and one of them was like, she was like a really high maintenance. I'm going to call her a high maintenance partner because like she just demanded jewelry from her husband. And it was just like, that was the kind of relationship they had where he was like, I'll give you jewelry and that will make you happy. And she was like, and then there was like an expectation. And so as the years passed, she just accumulated all this jewelry. It was like practical wealth. It was insane. And anyway, so we were in Vegas, and her husband is this like, he's a bit of a gambler. I mean, he'd go through $30,000, $40,000 in a weekend on a bad weekend, like that kind of gambler, which I just always blew my mind. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Just pump the brakes, buddy. Mm-hmm. He had a bad run while we were there, like 2 days and whatever it went through. So she starts pawning her rings, man. I could believe, I was like, I was in like a Vegas movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, my life is so cinematic. I'm like, she's like haggling with these. I'll give you $2,000. That we paid $9,000 for that. I'll give you $2,000. Like it was that kind of.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm back in the chat.
Good. I'm glad you are. Cosmic said the Wuthering Heights video, trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it. I'll watch it tonight. Maybe I'll watch it.
Austin is recommending the podcast Who Trolled Amber. Maybe we should check that out this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I heard of it.
Stacy said it's enthralling and disturbing. Good listen. Stacy said I feel it parallels Lively's Smear.
Well, it's done by the same people, isn't it?
Shanna knows said, I told everyone yesterday that Amber's troll was her lawyer, Elaine Brederhoft. Amber was winning until the public met Elaine. I was astounded at how ineffective and absolutely bumbling Elaine Amber's lawyer was. I couldn't believe it. I felt so bad for her. I don't know why she proceeded to trial with that team. Like, especially the person who's supposed to be like your main, cross-examiner. Like, she fucking sucked.
Wuthering Heights. Should I read the book first?
Yes, absolutely.
Have you read it?
No. I haven't read any of those authors there's like
Bronte and
none of them.
This is Bronte.
This total idiot was criticizing his professor's greatest books list of like not required reading, but obviously like if you want to be a well-rounded person who understands literature, English literature, you would read this list. And he was this idiot was critical because Jane Austen was on it. And so like I've thankfully found myself on like the area of Twitter where a bunch of like book nerds live, and they're like real like a lot of these people are like professors and
you
stuff.
Don't even have to be a fucking book nerd. Come on.
No, I know, but they completely eviscerated him in the comments. It was just really great.
Well, it's Pride and Prejudice, fool.
Yeah,
it's like one of the most iconic novels ever written.
I know it.
And he's like surprised. Oh, like you had to put a woman on. Like women authors are like Agatha Christie.
Mm-hmm.
Like Atwood. First of all, most of my favorite authors that I read right now are women.
Yeah, so it was.
And
so
it's not
great.
because I'm like a feminist or anything. Like I read. I don't even think about really much about who's writing unless I already know them.
This guy was challenging his professor with it, right? Because he wanted to be like the smarter guy who goes and like, tries to debate his professor about his reading list. So he was complaining, which is like, if you're actually like a eager student, like you wouldn't complain about a book list. You would just read the books, right?
Right.
Because they're just books. They're harmless. They won't hurt you. But the guy wanted to challenge his professor, and he was like, oh yeah, and you only put Pride and Prejudice on there because you needed a woman on the list, like for DEI or something. And he said that the professor he was talking to squirmed, and in that moment he knew he was right. And everybody's like correcting him. They're like, "Your professor squirmed because he didn't understand how to coddle you in your idiocy." Like he had to like figure out how to deal with somebody who brought the stupidest criticism to him. It's just really funny. So now I'm really invigorated to read Jane Austen. Have you?
Nope.
Me neither.
It comes up. It's like reading Lonesome Dove.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like if you suggest me a book.
Yeah.
It's Lonesome Dove, Lonesome Dove, Lonesome Dove.
And you finally did, right?
I did.
Yeah, that's great.
And all it was hype. They were like, best book, one of the best books you'll ever read, blah, 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 Lonesome Dove.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard this for like years, and I'm like, I'm going to get to it. It was like a big fucking thick, So I was like, I'll get to it. It's such a thick book. I'll get to it.
I think
I read it, and I was like, it's amazing.
Yeah, of course.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of when I was exposed to all of these books, right? Like Emily Bronte and Jane Austen, all of these authors, of these classics, like I think I was just too young to appreciate it. So I feel like a lot of structured education is wasted on the youth, because I had to grow up a little bit before I became more curious about that stuff.
All right, here's the first. This is a tradition Angela and I have, where we read the first paragraphs of books.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear the first paragraph of Wuthering Heights?
Yeah, like Dale will go to we'll go to the used book sale and buy 50 books.
And Christmas we basically exchange books.
Yeah.
And then so we were like, oh yeah, that's the book I wanted. Oh yeah, that is the book I wanted. And I never even heard of this book. And then but regardless, we'll read the first paragraph. First paragraph of Wuthering Heights is very short. 1801. That's it.
That's the paragraph?
That's the paragraph. So we'll read the second one.
Okay.
2 paragraphs this time.
Do it.
1801, which, do you remember?
No, I think I was on drugs in 1801.
Well,
I don't remember it very well.
Yeah, I'm so glad you cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
I have just returned from a visit from my landlord, the solitary neighbor that I shall be troubled with. This is certainly a beautiful country. Oh, she says that with an exclamation mark. In all England, I do not believe that I could have fixed on a situation so completely removed from the stir of society, a perfect misanthrope's heaven, and Mr. Heathcliff and I are such a suitable pair to divide the desolation between us. A capital fellow. Capital. I used to have a friend who could say that to me all the time. I'd be like, how you doing? Capital!
No way.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Was that back in 1801?
No, yeah, well, it was around then, but no, I think it was a little later, maybe 1820, 20 something. He little imagined how my heart warmed towards him when I believed his black eyes withdraw so suspiciously under their brows as I rode up, and when his figures sheltered themselves with a jealous resolution stiff further in his waistcoat as I announced my name.
See? You see what I mean?
I'll read the fuck out of that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I'll read the fuck out of that. Talk about like this. I'll read this and I'll be like, I am worthless.
Insignificant.
I am illiterate.
I quit. I'll never measure
What am I
up.
even doing this for? And then I'll remember, Wuthering Hearts is forever. My books are right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I have books.
I know.
Anyway, the first page.
Every time I read Nabokov too, I'm like, I'm just inferior.
I have to read Lolita. I've only read one Nabokov, which I've read, Pale Fire.
Lolita is amazing. Lolita is amazing because if you enjoy the unreliable narrator, you know,
yeah,
he is so confident that he's right, and the entire time he's wrong. It's just incredible. A lot of people mistake that book because they think that it's a sincere writing of a character. That like he's a terrible person, so they think that Nabokov must like this terrible person. But that's a completely wrong reading.
It's so weird because it's just, you know, read it. Like, how do you misunderstand that? It seems like that would be fairly obvious. And he's obviously going to, from the character's perspective, enjoy the thing he's doing. If the thing he's doing is enjoyable to him.
Right. Another really wonderful, the author, I keep forgetting her name, but we need to talk about Kevin. She wrote a really, really great protagonist who's the first person narrator.
Is it Shriver?
Yes, Lionel Shriver.
Lionel Shriver.
Thank you. But her protagonist is terrible and self-absorbed and can't understand why all these things are happening.
The book is so fucking good.
It's just so uncomfortable the whole time.
This is so crazy because like you type it in and it's the film that dominates the search.
Yeah, it's a shame,
isn't it? Because the book is like absolutely top shelf.
I thought that's like,
I love reading books that I know I'm completely incapable of writing.
That was the worst adaptation I ever saw.
Which is most of them, by the way.
Yes.
But
I believe you're capable of it too. I mean, you know.
No, incapable. Incapable.
Oh, neither of us are ever going to be able to like figure out how to turn a phrase like what you just read. I mean, come on.
No, that'll never. Well, no.
This would never come up.
I'll tell you, man. In this book,
I'm not educated enough.
In Roman and Leela, I wrote this like there's a segment. There's a character who's like very lost in his words, and there's this sort of turn that happens in his manner of speaking, where he kind of, anyway. He says he has some wild poems in there. There's some wild poems in there. Some things like I wrote that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
When you can't even remember, that means it came. From out there.
I read it out loud at one point, and I was like, "Damn, that's so crazy."
This is really neat. Shannon knows is saying I never liked reading American Psycho until my friend read it aloud to me, and I understood the cadence and the phrasing.
Yeah,
isn't that cool?
It's hard to figure that out sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that's I think that's
I struggle to get into Cormac McCarthy books until like a few pages in, and I'm like, okay, I get what the pace of this is.
Yeah, I think it's one of the reasons why I never chose to why I've always chose. Well, I think it's probably because the screenplays really, but I've always wanted to write more simply than anything else, or more. Somebody else put it somewhere.
Economically.
Economically, thank you. Yeah.
Austin's asking, FYI, what do you think my original username Austin comes from? I even read the partially finished manuscript she has. Who? Oh,
is that from?
I don't know what this is because previously Austin was talking about. I don't know enough about Amber's relationship with the lawyers. I need to look into it. Sorry, guys.
What is that?
I'm going to back up because I'm trying to catch up.
I had a friend who Pride and Prejudice. Who there's a BBC I think series called Pride and Prejudice, like it's a mini series or whatever. And dude, she, like it was the greatest thing ever for her. She believed it to be the greatest miniseries ever created. I want to see the Keira Knightley one with Matthew McFadden.
Yes.
Is it McFadden or McFadden? I wonder what it is.
McFadden.
McFadden?
No.
It's D-Y. Jin.
Yes, but that's not how the nighttime talk show hosts.
He needs to make a little short video on how to pronounce his fucking name.
That reminded me of
we're not going to get any views
of the short videos that Brian Cox did, where he was teaching everybody how to pronounce Scottish whiskeys. Because they all have really difficult names.
Yes,
they're delightful. So if you watch the whole series,
it's the funniest.
If you watch the whole series, he's like, he'll pronounce the name and he'll take a sip, and then like as he goes along, he gets a little bit more drunk. It's wonderful. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see something, and it's becoming quite annoying. Oh, yes, now I get it.
What?
Well, I was trying to figure out, I'm so stupid, man. So I'm looking, Austin said, why do you think my name is Austin? Yeah. And so I'm going to look to see if in Pride and Prejudice, a character is named Austin.
And?
Jane Austen.
Oh. Oh, we were just...
Jane Austen.
Oh, my God.
God, sometimes I am the smartest fucking guy.
Oh, my God. You guys should all just, like, unsubscribe. That's so stupid.
She's like, Angela's like, take all your super chats back. We're refunding everything. Yeah. We're quitting. Jane Austen. Well, I'm going to read that book. I think I might read that book while I'm writing this one.
You're such a mimic, though. You're going to end up writing like...
I'm not that much of a mimic.
Like it's a different century?
No, I will not turn those phrases at all. I wouldn't want to. They're not like, that's not, I'm contemporary. I know what I feel confident in what I'll write, actually. Pride and Prejudice with Matthew McFadden.
McFadden.
Is the best, said Shannon.
Do you want to watch that this weekend?
Shannon.
I said that kind of like I was in one of those movies. Do you want to watch that this weekend?
You do that sometimes when I offer you toast. Like, would you like some toast? Yes, please. And I'm like, I just feel like I get like sucked right into like a Oliver or something.
Well, my parents taught me to be very polite.
Yes, please.
Yes, please, and thank you.
So, yeah, Lionel Shriver is the writer of... We need to talk about Kevin. It's a book I highly recommend. It's not a Christmas story, but you could read it during Christmas, just the same.
It is much better, much, much better than the movie. They got the casting right in the movie, so if you know about the movie, you can at least sort of, you can use those actors to picture who you're reading about pretty well. Perfect casting. But for some reason, the directing and the adaptation of that screenplay, they biffed it hard. I don't know how they every single scene in that book has so much tension. And the movie has none. I couldn't believe it. And the final climactic sequence at the end, you know, like the big thing that happens, they completely rewrote it, and it's just a fucking joke.
Which they had to do.
I don't understand. Way better in the book.
One of the things that are that's on the thumbnail that we should probably get to just to get it, go ahead and get it over with, is these Epstein pictures. Have you seen them?
Yes. Did you see the one with what's his name? What's that guy who looks like he's been bitten by a zombie like 2 weeks ago? What's his name? Steve Bannon.
Oh, no, I didn't see the one with Steve Bannon.
There's the one where Steve Bannon...
He does look like he's been bitten by a zombie.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Times,
like he's been hiding the bite this whole time.
100%.
Yeah.
That guy looks
when
like
he gets they get pale and a little sweaty, and they're like, I'm fine. Nothing happened. I'm just
for
feeling
sure
a little under the weather.
Oh my God, that's so true.
But
I've always been like, what is it about his level of decay that is so familiar to me?
Yeah. Anyway, there's a picture of him at this big office desk talking with Epstein. I don't know why everybody's being photographed all the time with him. I guess maybe for blackmail, because they're like, oh shit, well, if he goes down, then all these other people will go down. So they'll prevent him from going down is probably what it was. But there's these images on the desk for some reason, and they could be photoshopped. I have no idea. But
no, they're released by House Democrats, so.
No, I know, but by the time it gets to me, they could be photoshopped. You know what I mean?
I see.
I know that what the House Democrats, whatever the committee is seeing is legit. But...
Donald Trump responded by saying, everybody knew the guy.
Yeah.
Didn't he say earlier that he barely knew the guy?
Yeah.
And then he kicked him out because he was a pervert. I'll tell you though, here's the thing about this. And, when I was making Small Group, me and the director got into a fight and into an argument. This is right around Trump's first election. And I got really upset because he was supporting him. And I was telling him that if he's going to support Donald Trump, then he needs to watch the video, which I did, of one, I believe her name is Katie Johnson. If I got her name wrong, then apologies to anybody named Katie Johnson. But it's a victim who was deposed, and her claims were that she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein at the same time at the age of 13 years old. And I listened to, I don't know, maybe it was like an hour, 20 minutes of her testimony. Deeply motherfucking disturbing.
Yeah, you bring it up a lot. It never left you.
Never left me. But I got into a fight with him about it because I was like, if you're going to support this guy, then you have to, as a father of a young daughter, you have to do your due diligence on this and you have to listen to this. And he wouldn't do it. He refused to do it. He said it was all just like a plot against the president. I was like, but you haven't listened to it. So we got into this big fucking argument about it. And part of the argument was like, he was like, it doesn't prove anything. If she says that doesn't mean it's true. And I said, yes, but isn't it enough to give you pause? Isn't it enough to stop you in your tracks and be like, let's wait on this guy. Let's get this right. Don't you think we should get it right when it comes to the raping of children? Don't you think we have to get it right? I was screaming this at him.
Yeah, you get pretty heated about this.
I do, because it's like, it's obviously so fucking heinous and terrible. Well, a Democrat has come forward and saying that what they're trying to do is stop that evidence, which is in the Epstein files, from coming out. Because in the Epstein files is Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein's alleged attack of this 13-year-old girl.
Here's my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen exactly, but something the fuck is going to happen. Like, I think astrologically it looks like Mars. I had a rough day, so it's definitely showing. My brain is like, wants to go nap. Yeah. March and April of next year is really, really strange astrology for everybody, but especially for Donald Trump. So we don't know what it means for him, but I think that we can bet that either the scandals are going to culminate, something's going to happen, or maybe he is going to suffer something. Some
kind of fateful.
It was
something.
It was this astrology coming up early next year in the spring that a lot of astrologers were using to assume that he wasn't going to win the presidency, because they were like, oh man, well, he's obviously not protected. Something bad is going to happen. Like his public image is going to be severely damaged. So they were like, oh, well, what's going to happen is he's not going to win the presidency, and then he's going to get, convicted of something or whatever, like legal problems. So who knows?
So let's figure out we're going to watch this weekend, by the way, because maybe we can figure it out on this live. I don't want to watch Pride and Prejudice because I am going to read the book, and Wuthering Heights comes out in January. So maybe I can rip through both of those.
Yeah, they're not expecting the Wuthering Heights adaptation to be close to the book.
Yeah, Cosmic was saying that it's based on, or like inspired by, I should say. But if it's inspired by, I'd like to see those influences, wouldn't you? And know what they are. I would. So I might rip through those. I'm in the middle of a couple of books right now. So we'll see if I can get to it. You got your basic Bill Clinton
with Jeffrey Epstein.
You got your basic Bill Clinton hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. He's looking pretty comfortable too. It's not like one of them photographs where you're like, who the fuck is this guy next to me in this photograph? It was like I'm hanging out with my buds, Ghislaine and Ghislaine, or whatever you want to call her, and Jeffrey Epstein. You got your Woody Allen
hanging with them.
Highly reputable. Oh yeah, sitting there at the table.
These fuckers.
With Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah.
God
damn.
He's
wrote him a birthday note. Like good friends they were.
Listen,
there's Jeffrey Epstein on Woody Allen's set.
Yeah, man. It all just becomes a lot clearer. The thing about Woody Allen is like, you don't even have to.
Think Woody Allen doesn't know what the fuck's going on in this situation? Come on.
No, of course not.
You don't think
of course he does?
He does.
He's just like such a giant fucking pervert. Even if you don't know anything about the accusations against Woody Allen, which are to me are credible. He gave a speech when they were awarding Diane Keaton a Lifetime Achievement Award or something. I can't remember what the organization was, but he gave a speech because obviously they're notoriously such close friends for decades, right? And in the speech, he was so demeaning, and he was trying to be funny, but it was just
Keaton. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was stunned. It was so offensive. He tells a joke about how she gives great blowjobs. It's just like so fucked up, and I felt so bad for her. It was just like the most humiliating thing I've ever heard a celebrity do to another celebrity. It was just astonishing. So I'm not fucking surprised at all that he's hanging out with a bunch of fucking pervs. You know, that guy fucking sucks.
You got your basic Bill Gates. Your run-of-the-mill big Bill Gates. He's up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. He shows up twice in these photographs.
Oh, yeah. And then what's the guy with Virgin Airlines?
Yep. You got your Richard Branson.
Guess you might have suspected that with his business name.
Close friend to Obama. Steve Bannon hanging out with Woody Allen. Wow, Woody Allen. Let me tell you, Woody Allen to me was like my guy, you know? I loved Woody Allen.
Well, yeah, that just how much film he was able to create, I thought was really commendable.
Hey, Lee's here. What's up, Lee? Lee just said she loves Woody Allen movies. I do too. I love Woody Allen movies. I taught at University of Georgia, and Annie Hall was one of my required movies. And in Annie Hall, like I think, listen, I was thinking about Scarlett Johansson and all this because, you know, she's recently come out and defended her defense of Woody Allen. And I think I can quote her saying, "I believe Woody." This, of course, regarding the claims made against him by the Pharaoh child.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, that's a bummer, you know, like, why do you believe Woody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I get, you know, like fallen heroes, bro. It's so painful. And Woody Allen, like he was like in Hollywood. I mean, the godlike level that he had reached in Hollywood. I mean, if you got a call from Woody Allen, it was like, what? Like your life was changing instantly. It could set you up for years and years and years just in terms of getting in rooms. If you're in a Woody Allen movie, doesn't matter if you win anything. Doesn't matter if it's even all that big of a role. I mean, Seth Green's entire career was launched because of Radio Days. So, and this, of course, has happened to many others. And Scarlett Johansson also happens to star in what I think is probably one of his finest movies. I've not seen every single Woody Allen movie, especially lately.
Are you talking about Match Point?
I am talking about Match Point.
Because I also really enjoyed Vicky Cristina Barcelona. I thought that was excellent.
Both fucking great movies, yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones of his films. The ones where Woody Allen is in it and he's doing like, you know, self-deprecating, like slime ball comedy, you know, I don't favor.
Well, Annie Hall is out of this world amazing. And then, I loved Manhattan, and I understand now like the creep factor in Manhattan.
Yeah, for real.
Like there's a real creep factor now to it.
Totally.
But that movie was like so fucking beautiful to me. When I was 20, whatever it was, when I watched that movie the first time on the big screen, I was like, I saw it at New Bev.
I think that might be like one of the canaries in the coal mine of like the gender divide.
Yeah. That movie?
Yeah, that like young dudes all love Woody Allen, like Manhattan. And I don't think that I've had a lot of friends who were girlfriends who were film nerds. And they never mentioned that as a movie that they enjoyed.
I mean, I won't speak to all gender. I won't speak for all genders right now, but I liked it a lot. I loved it actually. I still do. I think it's
that creep factor that you're talking about, because when you watch Manhattan, you're either the who's that young blonde?
Yeah, Hemingway.
Yes, Muriel Hemingway.
Muriel Hemingway.
Yeah. When you watch that movie as a woman, you see things from her perspective more easily. I guess I don't know.
Meryl Hemingway. Jesus Christ. God, it's been a long time. Well, I also fell in love with her when I was on the movie. I mean, What do you mean? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because so does Woody Allen's character. So you're aligning with that.
She's easy to fall in love with, dude.
Okay.
I was 20, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, she has that really cute, squeaky, gravelly voice.
And just like, she was, I don't know, she was just so perfect. And I mean, not like, it was weird because, yeah, Mariel Hemingway. Mariel Hemingway.
Mariel? It's an M-U, right?
Mariel.
Oh, okay. I screwed up.
Wallace Shawn is in it. Inconceivable!
Alyssa says that DiCaprio seems different in interviews. He's less reserved. Just saw one of him and Paul Thomas Anderson. I wonder why the change.
I wonder what you mean by
maybe
less
it's
reserved.
because he swapped out his old boyfriend Tobey Maguire for his new boyfriend Sean Penn, and it's just nice to finally be around somebody who appreciates him. Isn't that what you were talking about? That there was like a tabloid article from some nobody magazine.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah. So maybe that's why he's just like, he's
it wasn't a nobody magazine. It was Yahoo. Yahoo's actually well respected.
I didn't know it was Yahoo. You said
the segment is in Yahoo. The segment I told you, which was like,
gotcha,
whatever outtakes or whatever it was.
That's not my point. My point is that he's found somebody new that finally treats him right. So of course he's just gonna flourish. Do you know what I mean? Like Taylor Swift. She is so sexy. Anytime you ever see her out, she is dressing like she has blossomed completely.
Yeah.
And it's because she's finally with somebody who speaks her language, She
looked quite good on Colbert. Eye candy aside, just generally, she looked great. Mm-hmm. She looked great. Yeah, I don't know. Some people are alleging that Leo is gay. Well, I think that's silly. Look, I don't think that Leo... Is it possible that Leo... First of all, who cares? Like, really, you know what I mean? Like, if the guy wanted to go have sex with men, who cares? Like, go have sex with men. What's the big deal? It
but that's not what I was saying.
I'm talking to Shannon. Kindly DiCaprio said that some people are alleging Leo is gay, and I'm saying I doubt it. First of all, I'll just say I doubt it.
That was always
that
was always a big tell for me when I thought that you were being tricked by somebody. Because his publicity machine has like long tentacles, And so I always just felt like if you ever tried to reach out to any of this like a magazine or any of these reporters or anything and try to tell your story, that it could very easily like covertly get squashed because everybody is trying to find a way to get into Leo's good graces. So if you bring his publicist information that benefits their ability to protect their client, then you're now an ally to those powerful people, right? And what would they gain from aligning with you? You're a nobody nothing. So this is why I always thought there was a couple times since we've been together that you've reached out to a reporter and they're like super eager to learn about your story. And then they'll come back like after a few days and they're like, actually, the story that we'd really like to run is whether you have any stories about DiCaprio being gay. And I remember getting a sense.
Wasn't that one time?
I remember getting a sense like very early on, I'm like, oh, okay. That's a plan. Like that's a plot. That's like a strategy in action. Like what they want to do is have you tell some salacious story about something that in our current modern time doesn't fucking matter. And if you are actually telling that story as if it's interesting to anybody, then they can easily frame you as a bigot and discredit you. So that's why they're trying to draw those stories out of you.
Yeah.
Is because they're trying to frame you as a person that shouldn't be aligned with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that was a long, convoluted way to say. I'm always suspicious.
You are indeed. Mateo asked why I played a drunken Don's Plum. A drunken bum. Why did I do that? Asked if I wrote it. I did write it. Yeah. I wrote it. It was a tribute character, actually. So I actually cut this scene from
the book.
The book, which it was really this took place in Vancouver when I was hanging out with Jeremy Sisto before I ever met Leonardo DiCaprio. We were out wee hours in the morning, like 4 whatever, after the clubs had closed or whatever. We're buzzing, him and I, Jeremy Sisto and I. and we come upon a homeless dude, and he was so inebriated that he certainly could not see properly, or he had no proper vision or anything. He was sitting his back against the wall, and he was screaming that he wanted to get drunk. And
the way you say it in the movie,
similar to the way I say it in the movie. And then he just kept repeating that. And then Jeremy was like, "I'm going to get you some food." And he goes, "No, I want to get drunk." And there was just something so amazing about him. He was thick fingered, like he had these pipes for fingers, and he looked like he'd just been through everything, you know? And so I was just standing in front of this man, and I was just like, what is this life? Like, where has it been? What has it seen? What does it do? Like, it was just such like a moment for me, because he was so drunk, and his hands were like I said, there were pipes, but they were also crusty. Like the amount of dirt on him in general was just like, it was just like, how did that feel? Like I started, going through all the process of what this guy had gone through. And while I'm doing that, Jeremy Sisto is trying to convince this guy to eat and not drink. And so the guy says, okay, he'll eat. And Jeremy says, I'll go buy it. And he's like, fine, I'll eat. So we go and we get him this big cheeseburger, and we get him a Coke and some fries. And the dude, Jeremy bought everything, of course. The dude takes a bite. I have never seen a mouth open so wide.
Of the cheeseburger?
Oh my God. It was like, I don't think he understood how bad his body was aching for food. But he saw it, and it's just, his whole face changed. And then his mouth just opened up just as wide as, what's that record, that King Crimson record?
Yeah. King Crimson, that's so funny.
And he just fucking, or Scream or whatever, the Scream. And then he fucking just plunges his teeth into, this squishy bun and this greasy meat and cheese. And it's just, everything's coming out the sides. And it's just, his whole world is transforming as this fucking food is entering his system. And it was just an amazing thing to see. So we ended up spending hours with him, did Jeremy and I. And the funny part of all that was he plows through this burger. He's stuffing, these French fries in his mouth. And I'm thinking about like how filthy his hands are at the same time. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, don't do it. And then he takes a sip. He was like, he's looking for something to drink. And so Jeremy gives him the Coke, and he grabs the Coke and he takes a sip. And his face just drops, and he spat it out and threw the Coke. And then he said, I want to get drunk. And so I chose to bring him to life to some degree, or, that character was based on that man.
Yeah. Well, I love it that you were like, I can't remember who puts their hands on you first to try and like usher you out, and you just like kind of shrug them off. Like,
yeah,
like you've done that 400 times in your life. I thought it was really great.
Yeah. Well, you should have cut it.
No Two Trolls is recommending The Man in the High Castle.
Is it a book or
I want to know if you mean the series or whether it was based on a book, because I know about the series, but it was also a book, wasn't it?
God, I put the man in, and it ends up Man in the fucking Iron Mask.
Of course it does. He's always hounding you.
Rufus Sewell. I didn't even know he was still working.
Who?
Rufus Sewell. I haven't seen him I don't remember the last time I saw him in anything. He looks great.
Austin said, I think Wuthering Heights is
adapted from The Man in the High Castle.
What? It's a book?
Yeah, it's by El Hombre, and it's a Spanish. El Hombre en el Castillo. Author Philip K. Dick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Did he write the title in Spanish, or is he a Spanish language author this whole time? Philip K. Dick is
Philip Kindred Dick.
No way.
His name is Philip Kindred Dick.
No way.
I 100% have to have a character named Kindred Dick.
This whole
His
time?
name is Philip Kindred Dick. Kindred. Kindred. Philip Kindred Dick was an American science fiction short story writer and novelist.
Yeah, so did he...
He wrote 45 novels and about 121 short stories, most of which appeared in science fiction magazines.
Okay, so they translated the title, or Did he write the title in Spanish?
He died at 53 years old.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm never going to get an answer to this question. Okay, that's great. No Two Trolls. This is interesting. So do you want to read that book or do you want to watch the series first?
I want to read it's a 3.6 on Goodreads. That's no joke.
Yeah.
Goodreads is tough to get a 3.6 on, bro. I mean, I gotta fucking.
Listen, I tried to tell you, but you interrupted me. Okay, so listen this time.
I'm listening.
Okay, listen.
All right, I said I'm listening.
Austin said, I think Wuthering Heights is overhyped. I'm a Jane Eyre fan.
Jane Eyre, yeah.
Yeah. Have you read that one?
I think I have that on the shelf, actually. No, I haven't read any Bronte, either of the Brontes. When Jerry Metters was telling us that he was like, I have a friend who's going to do a small article on Don's Plum. Her name is Charlotte Bronte. And of course, I didn't know who that was.
It's so funny because this comes up in Jerry's deposition too. He had code names for them. So I think one of them was Charlotte Bronte. I think Jerry himself was Emily Bronte.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I didn't know who Charlotte Bronte was, so I just assumed that's what her name was. Yeah. So I was like, hey, yo, so is Charlotte Bronte still writing an article? You wish, Wheatley.
So great.
I have no idea what he's talking about. It wasn't probably months and months and months later that I finally learned, oh, she's an actual author and not, oh, that's a code name? Oh, it was Anita Bush, who, by the way, was a big writer and is still kind of a big writer. I guess she's like oddly living in hiding because she pissed off a lot of people or something. I don't know what's going on with that.
Kindly DiCaprio is asking, is the director of Small Group nice? I really liked that movie. She's so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt's nice.
He's basically exactly like the character he plays.
Yeah.
He played a character that was like kind of like overbearing and like, but in like a really energized, like always trying to make people laugh kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of exactly what he's like.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, his heart is good. You know, I'll tell you. You know, I have my issues with him.
Because he's like brainwashed.
But he's a part of like, the evangelical Christian, world. And it's a very strange world to be around and be involved in any way. And so it created a gap between he and I that is, remains to this day. I can't like coexist in that world. I can't, it's impossible for me. So, so there was that, but he's a good hearted dude. He was a good hearted dude. I'll say that for real. He's a fair man.
Mateo's asking, can you separate Woody Allen from his work?
I think I have to.
I can. I have no problem separating the art from the artist in any context, but especially in movies, it's extremely easy because I recognize that it takes like dozens of people to create a film.
The problem with Woody Allen, though, is that he's playing these characters and these characters will remind you of him. And
I don't want to watch any of the movies he's in. But just because I don't like that character he plays. I don't find it very interesting or appealing. Cosmic Urgency said Match Point is a remake of A Place in the Sun. Have you seen that one?
Oh my. Did you hear Phil Bauming's story?
Okay, but can I ask you this one first?
I got to tell you it, though.
I know, but I was first.
Oh, right. You're first.
Cosmic Urgency is saying Match Point is a remake of A Place in the Sun. Did you see that one?
I did see a play. Did I? I must have.
Is that a play? I'm so confused tonight. I'm so sorry, you guys. I have no information. I'm just like randomly guessing.
In 1951, it's Liz. I'm sure I've seen it.
Lee is saying that if you cancel all the filmmakers who are flawed, the movie theaters would be empty.
Pretty much. Yeah. You'd hire a bunch of like untalented, good people.
Yeah. Kindly DiCaprio said that Timothy Chalamet was in Woody Allen's last movie and donated his paycheck to charity. That's how you do it, bro. Especially for him. He's like, I'm money bags. I don't need to take this money.
And Woody doesn't pay a lot.
Yeah.
It's like easy. It's like donate your one for Dune. A Place in the Sun. I didn't know that was no. I want to see A Place in the Sun now. I'm sure I've seen it because I saw all of Liz Taylor's movies. I'm sure of it. Shelley Winters, Montgomery Clift. Anne Reeves. It's Raymond Burr. Oh my God. Just amazing. What a cast.
Are we doing that this weekend?
We could do that this weekend. I would love to see
it.
A Place in the Sun just because Match Point was one of my favorite movies of Woody Allen's. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, I thought so too. It helps that he works with really excellent actors.
Jude Law was fucking sick in that movie.
The chat's been really vibrant tonight. You guys are wonderful. Shannon.
So let me tell you the fell bombing thing then.
Yes, of course.
Christmas Eve a few years ago, says fell bombing. In Vancouver, I went to a 7-Eleven and I saw a homeless man and his cat sitting outside. He asked me for some change and I said I don't carry cash and apologized. Thinking on it, I bought him a sandwich, water, apple, and some cat food. I gave it to him and exited the store, and he looked it over and he said, "Why'd you buy me cat food?" I said, "For your cat." He replied, "This ain't my cat." Dude, that's so perfect. That's so fucking Canadian, by the way. You got everybody. You just checked off the whole list.
You're like, did I need to be qualified to fucking help you out, bro? Just leave the cat food then. Jesus.
I've been, a disruption of my life would be terrible. Especially one that would be so huge as to like have me ousted out of this country. But it is pretty cool that as a Canadian, like I'm going to get booted out if Trump comes for me, which he might.
Don't say that.
He might. You know, that's what they do. You know, fucking crazy ass fuckers. You know, I don't know why I'm legal and all that stuff. But if he comes to me, I get booted out to Canada. I'm like, oh, I get healthcare now. Fuck you. You know?
Well, you don't know. Maybe they're going to send you to fucking Ghana or some shit.
They ain't going to send me to Ghana because then they'll be violating international law because I'm a Canadian citizen, and and the Canadian government would take measures to protect me. You know, they're mine.
I would take measures to protect you.
She would. Muscle up, lady. There are other ones. Yeah, the Steve Bannon photograph. I did see it. I just saw it.
Can you zoom in on that one?
Let me see if I can get it.
If you can see, there's a photograph on the table that's turned toward Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. But both of them can see it. It's like it's
sitting across the desk, right?
Yeah. It's between them. There's a photograph. And I don't know whether this is real or not because it's a really easy place to be able to like Photoshop something. But it's very disturbing.
The photograph is?
Yes.
I don't see a photograph. On this BBC shot. Maybe there's another one. There's Bannon with Woody Allen.
That's who's at the very top, babe. That's who's running this thing straight into the ground.
Well, it's not just, Donald Trump is like a fucking, obviously, but Donald Trump is just like, he wears it on his sleeve. Like this has been going on forever. I mean, Bill Clinton's all over this shit. And I was like a Clinton fan.
Everybody was.
I was a fanboy back in the day.
I know that's because we're propagandized.
I was like the best president of my life, Bill Clinton.
I'm reading this really incredible book. I'm going through it very slowly though because it's really dense. But it's titled "The Origins of Totalitarianism" by Hannah Arendt. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but but she does a really, really great job of explaining how propagandizing a populace is absolutely key. Like you can't take over any society with a totalitarian regime unless people are like thoroughly propagandized.
Okay.
Because you can't just here's what she says.
Who's it?
This is an author, Hannah Arendt.
Okay.
Wrote The Origins of Totalitarianism.
Okay. Such a big word, isn't it?
Totalitarianism?
Yeah, like just sitting there trying to spell that shit out would just drive me nuts. I'd be like, am I going to get all the words right in this? Use the whole fucking alphabet for one word.
It was probably pretty annoying for her to have to write it a gazillion times. But she said only the mob.
It's got a Z in it.
But listen, it doesn't have a Z in it. It has an S.
Oh, it's an S? Okay.
Only the mob and the elite can be attracted by the momentum of totalitarianism itself. Right? Because they're the only ones that stand to benefit from it. The mob wants to be violent and ruthless, and then the elite wants to benefit from exploiting everybody else. Okay? But the masses have to be won by propaganda. Under conditions of constitutional government and freedom of opinion, totalitarian movements struggle for power. They can use terror to a limited extent only, and share with other parties the necessity of winning adherence and of appearing plausible to a public, which is not yet rigorously isolated from all other sources of information. So when you were talking about your friend who was a Trump voter and didn't want to know what you knew about that deposition testimony, you said you listened to a recording of one of his victims.
Yeah.
He was like, I just don't want to know. Well, this person is participating in their own propaganda.
Correct.
Propagandizing.
Yeah, they need that to be able to escape from the decisions that they're going to make.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon hit us up with another $10 super chat.
Oh, sweet.
She is just
thanks, guys.
Pouring on the love. I did like Woody Allen, the Woody Allen line. Therapist is sex dirty? Woody, only if you do it right now. Only if you do it right now, that line has different, maybe creepy meaning. But I thought was funny at the time. Is sex dirty? Woody Allen.
Oh yeah, he was a really gifted comedian because he had an excellent sense of timing, and his delivery was always fucking impeccable. I think that there's no doubt why everybody loved Woody
only if
Allen.
you do it right. I'm sorry, there. I totally screwed it up. So
is sex dirty? Only if you do it right.
Only if you do it right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was super fucking clever.
It's hilarious.
Nobody ever doubted it, but he's just like.
Well, besides that, there's an innocence to that line, the way he's delivering it there. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of where not the point, but that's where it can be hard to separate the art from the artist. Because if Woody Allen wasn't swept up in all these sexual controversies, then you would look at that and be like, oh, you know, whatever you'd call that, like, you dirty old man. Or
yeah, he's just like a pervy person.
He's just like, oh, naughty you naughty boy.
Yeah, it's also like a brand of comedy that's like that. Like Andrew Dice Clay had that. I mean, obviously not half as good, but but it was just like raunchy comedian, you know? Like pushing.
I mean, they were
the
like Richard Pryor. I mean, Richard Pryor was stupid filthy.
Oh yeah, like Eddie Murphy did that too. He had a lot of sex in his routine.
Dude, one of my favorite jokes of all time was Cheech and Chong. And Tommy Chong is on a stage and he's sitting there and he goes, I got one leg, and he's tapping his foot. He's going, I got one leg over my shoulder. I got two legs over my shoulder. I got.
Yeah, you like that one?
It's hilarious. It's absolutely hideous, but it's hilarious. Especially when he's sitting there and he's all groovy. He's got a harmonica. He's just like, got one leg over my shoulder. And I'm like getting with it. I'm like, yeah, baby, sing it. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
It's clever, man.
Super funny joke. 1980s joke, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's still a joke you could fly today and not be, super perv. By the way, another photograph that's been floating around lately is the one where Donald Trump in his looks to be 30s, maybe early 40s, where he's just like looking down atop of a teen pageant contestant. Yeah. It's so grotesque.
Or he's like, oh, don't you look all grown up or whatever fucking sick shit.
Like he's totally like peeking on it.
Yeah.
Really gross.
Lee's asking, Dale, what did you think of Obama?
Well, so when he was running, I was, like I think most of the nation, I was just like, oh my God, this is it. We're going to come back. This is, post Bush, like we need this so bad, post 9/11. So hope, it was hope. He gave true hope. I felt hope. Then he took office. He had the fucking Senate. He had the fucking House, and he did shit with it.
Yeah.
He did nothing. He sat on it. I'll tell you this, Donald Trump is the worst president we've ever seen. The guy gets he goes after what he wants though. It might be destructive. It might destroy the country. It might be destroying your rights, but he does it. He fucking does it. Shannon, stop. You know what I mean, though? It's fucking absolutely fucking. Ugh. It drives me fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, what do I think of Obama? I'll say this. For me, Obama will always be the guy who got rid of pre-existing conditions. Because I'm going to look at the bright side of that presidency as much as I can. I also think of him as one of the more brutal presidents. The drone strikes were crazy. When I started really reading about it, I was like, wow, this fucking guy's killed a lot of people. That's wild. I think that overall, Obama was a good president. I think history will agree with me on that. Ultimately, obviously, people on the other side of the aisle will not. But I think that he was given a mandate. I believe that, and he didn't even come close to approaching it. And that's where I'm, Guantanamo Bay really bothered me. He was supposed to shut that shit down. And this is the thing about like the U.S. presidency in general, is that what happens is people get in and they're like, and then they're hit with that level of corruption that is exclusive to the president's eyes and ears. I really believe this. So, because he's sitting there yakking his face off about what Guantanamo Bay is going to be and do, but what he doesn't know is that there's secrets there.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's just I think that they get into office and then they get the briefing about who's really in charge.
And then it's zip lip. I mean, Donald Trump was going to tell us all about the UFOs. Mm-hmm. He got into fucking business, and then it was like, so there's even these like higher level things where even guys like Donald Trump, where he knows no bounds, observes no rules. Even him, he's got to be like, whoa, I got to pump the brakes on this. So Shannon gave us another $5, and she said, I'm half Mexican, and Cheech and Chong, Mexican-American song, is their best.
I absolutely love Cheech and Chong, and I feel so bad that I often forget that they exist. And then I'm reminded, and I'm just absolutely fucking delighted. I
mean, I've seen everything of theirs multiple times.
They were super important to me.
I think Up in Smoke is their best.
When I was like a stoner teenager, I just was enamored by them.
Did you see the Corsican Brothers? Like, did you go that far?
No.
Well, because it's not actually a traditional Cheech and Chong movie. I mean, Corsican Brothers, and I saw that twice or 3 times, and that's not even Cheech and Chong. I mean,
maybe that's what we should watch this weekend.
Just
stoner comedy.
Man, do you remember when Tommy Chong got busted for selling paraphernalia?
No, I don't.
And he did time.
It's stupid.
Is that crazy?
I bet they cared.
Not that long ago.
I bet they took such good care of him in prison.
They were all like,
can you imagine?
I bet you people were
I would be like,
he'd probably wake up and there's like a little mountain of joints like that just pushed under his cell.
Yeah, and also like little snacks and stuff from the commissary.
I wonder if they're like, or I bet you everybody was like, you got to roll us one of them big ones. We need one of them big ones.
Hey, I can't stay late tonight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I have to deal with this client.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got business to take care of. That's cool. We still got some time.
Kindly DiCaprio said, I wish politicians wouldn't lie. Like, surely they can make it law for them to stick to their promises.
It would be so amazing if there was actual legislation that, the problem with lying, especially in politics, is that wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, it's like such a can of worms you can't even open because it's too complex a thing. Perjury itself is one of the most difficult things to prove. Even when, there's somebody sitting there, blatantly lying, bald-faced lying to a jury or to a judge.
I think it's time that Americans wake up to the fact that we haven't been a representative democracy for a really long time. We've just been kind of like putting on the song and dance of a representative democracy, but I don't think that countries that have true democracies have presidents that make promises and don't fulfill them. Or have like Supreme Court justices that straight up lie in their confirmation hearings, Like I don't think that any of those things happen. I don't think it's normal. And it's been happening for at least 20 years. So I just feel like it's time that we like recognize what this actually is. Because pretending like it used to be, what is this?
Go ahead.
What are you writing down?
Movies to watch this weekend?
Okay, great.
Okay, we have a documentary coming from SC. SC is, you guys, you remember SC? She comes and speaks with us all the time when she gets a chance. But otherwise, she's in the replays. She's always active in the chats, in the replay comments. Mm-hmm. She's wonderful, really great person in our
What's
our
the
midst.
Recommendation?
And her recommendation is on Apple TV, the Milli Vanilli doc of 2023.
Oh, okay, great.
We are going to watch that.
Yep.
Milli Vanilli. I can't spell vanilli right now.
I don't think
it
has to
like
be
pasta. A little bit.
I don't think it has to be perfect for you to
I'm the only one
recognize
reading it, so it's okay. Everyone knows I'm illiterate. All right.
Everyone knows that.
What's another one we're going to read? Watch. What do we got?
I want to try.
I can't watch Pride. I can't.
Okay, what about Sense and Sensibility?
Yeah, well, because I already saw which one? Because I saw the one with Kate Winslet. You didn't see that one?
I haven't seen either.
I will watch that one with you because I saw it already and it's fucking brilliant. That's with Hugh Grant. Mm-hmm. He was married to Elizabeth Berkley.
Not Elizabeth Berkley.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh, I gotta go.
All right. Angela's running to get the client. I will close the show on my own. Let's pick some movies, guys. What do we got? We got Milli Vanilli, Apple TV. Come on, Cosmic Urgency. What do you got? I need movies. I gotta have them. Or series. We're binging Succession right now, by the way. We're gonna get caught up with that in the next couple of weeks. It's brilliant if you haven't seen it. It's fucking brilliant. Once We're Warriors. Did I see that? Let me see that. A Simple Favor. Ooh, let me look at that too. Okay, so Once We're Warriors. I think I might have seen that. I think I'm gonna review Leo's movie when it gets released, which will be really weird for me. I feel like I've seen Once We're Warriors. I'm gonna look at this one. Once We're Warriors. All right, now we got A Simple Favor. That also seems familiar to me. A Simple Favor. Let me do this. All right, let me see. A Simple Favor. Oh, that's pretty slick looking. 2018. I don't think I've seen. No, I definitely haven't seen this. Oh, it's Paul Feig. Is it Feig or Feig? I would see this. A Simple Favor. Who directed this? Paul. Yeah, right. Paul Feig. I just said that. Yeah, I'm interested in that. 2 hours. Who's in it? Doesn't even say. It's not Blake Lively, is it? Oh, it's Anna Kendrick. Ah, cool. Or Heavenly Creatures, I loved. Carnage. We're gonna watch Sense and Sensibility because Angela hasn't seen Sense and Sensibility. And it's a brilliant. Oh, did I see this? No, I didn't see this. I've never seen. I'll watch this. I haven't seen a Blake Lively. The only Blake Lively movie I've seen is It Ends With Us. I'll definitely watch that. Oh, that's where the black hat outfit comes from. All right. There you go. What else you got? Kindly DiCaprio asks, also had a movie question. What is a genre film? Aren't all films in a genre? Well, genre film is really like, I think it's horror. I think that's what, when people say a genre, that confuses me too. Yeah, see, I put in genre movie and the first thing that comes up is horror. So let's see. This has been asked on Reddit. Let's see what it says. Genre, when used to describe movies, TV and books, means more fantastical than straight realism. It's usually, this is somebody saying this isn't fact. It's usually more plot driven than character driven. Generally, it includes sci-fi, fantasy, mystery, and horror. Well, I guess, I don't know if that holds up. Cosmic, do you have an answer? Did you leave? You left, didn't you? Yeah, I'm going to do this Blake Lively movie. A Simple Favor is the second movie to watch after Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. There's a Simple Favor and then another Simple Favor. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh man, I got dogs crying over here. What else you got? Anything else? Once We're Warriors, I'm going to check that out. Simple Favor. Sense and Sensibility, that's on the list. That's going to happen. I don't know if Angela's seen Heavenly Creatures, but I loved it, Shannon. I loved it. Oh my God. I loved it. I fell in love with Peter Jackson when I found out that he was doing Elvis and Annabella. That's interesting. (2007). I can't believe I never saw this. How did I not see this fucking movie? It's on Tubi for free. Well, I'm going to write this one down. And Annabella. Or is it Annabelle? It's Annabelle, isn't it? Well, I don't watch. Yeah, there's only one I haven't watched of yours that you offered up, and I think it was like there was only one Cosmic Urgency. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Okay, then don't give me your movies then. You know, I think I've watched more movies that you've recommended than any other human being ever in the last 10 years. But hey, keep them to yourself. Savages. I think I've seen Savages. I must have seen Savages. I'm sure I've seen this. John Travolta. Yeah, I think I've seen this. What? Listen to this. I just clicked on this and it's now credited as William Oliver Stone as the director. William Oliver Stone. What? Since when? Oh my God. All right. Well, there's a bunch here. I'll check them all out. I'm going to go and bail out Angela. Shannon, No Two Trolls. You guys are so nice and so kind to us. Thank you so freaking much. It means so much that to us that you think so highly of us, that you would send us gifts like that. It's amazing. And so we do appreciate it. You know that. I know you know that. But I'm never going to not tell you so. It's really kind of you. We're excited to pound these movies out. Thank you for letting us have the little break. But if you guys want us to read some more stuff, and I think Angela's going to zip through the Jamie Heath's stuff over the weekend and kind of decipher it, because there's like 7 or 8 like individual files. I don't know how many pages, but there's a lot. So anyway, we're going to get through some of, I'm not watching Gotti, Mr. Hands. I do need to see it though. I really do. I felt so bad about that actor who just recently passed. I'm putting Gotti down. It's free somewhere. Yes, thank you, Shannon. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I think we're all just our regulars anyway, so that's probably a wrap anyway. But let me see. You know what? They changed everything up. I can't even see likes anymore. I don't even know how many likes we get. It's such a weird thing to do because, like, I guess they want us to stop asking for likes. Maybe, I don't know. I won't do it. You guys are wonderful. I hope you had fun. We did. It was just kind of an open, like, whatever Friday. We'll see what the news brings us Monday. Just appreciate all the time we spend with you and the time that you spend with us. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you want us to look at something, review something, a book, a movie, a TV show, or whatever, go to freedomsplum.com, hit the contact button, or just in your email, just send us an email to freedomsplum@gmail.com and tell us what you want us to watch. And we'll put it on the list and we'll watch it and we'll give you our little review. We'd love to watch any of your suggestions, except Cosmic Urgency. I said that because you asked me if I had any. I don't know what that word is. Dale. What is it called? Paschenedy? Wow, I gotta write that down. That's like all kinds of words and letters. And what is that? Warning, though, the young soldier was badly cast. Oh, that's a bummer. Ugh, you know how horrible that is as a filmmaker? I just can't imagine. I mean, I am so fortunate that I have not, in my very unprolific career, ever had to deal with an absolutely terrible. My performance in Don's Plum was the worst performance I think I ever had to deal with. I was terrible, but it's the magic of editing. Nabil, I was so bad I couldn't even cut myself. I left most of the time. Nabil had to like put it together for us. It wasn't great. You guys are marvelous and wonderful. I hope you guys had a good time. We'll be back on Monday. We're taking the weekend off. We're going to watch movies And we'll be back on Monday at the usual time. I'll try and fix whatever problem I had today. So I'm so glad you guys found your way back to us. I was nervous because, I screwed up something. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'll try to correct it. I hope you guys all have a beautiful weekend. Thank you so much again for the super chats and all the lively chat. Glad to have you back, Cosmic. Hopefully you'll continue to hang out with us. But anyway, Kiki, everyone, Hanada, Fellbombing, you guys are the best. Kindly DiCaprio. I can't say you guys all your names, but I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on Monday.